Hey everyone, my daughter, dog, and I went camping for 3 nights in our Tesla Model S near Invermere, Radium Hot Springs, and Fairmont Hot Springs, British Columbia. Time to get the show on the road. Literally, this is our 2015 Tesla Model S P85D we have named Tessie. Isn't she a beaut? There are some older Teslas out there that offer free supercharging for life at the car, which means you don't have to pay to charge at the Tesla supercharging stations located all over the place, which will give you the fastest charge. I'll explain more Tesla info in my next video, so stay tuned. If you want to be notified when I upload this video, hit the notification bell on my channel. So I had to pack the car like we were living in it for 3 days. I brought some sunshades so we had some privacy to keep the sun out of our eyes at 6 in the morning, and packed eye masks. I placed our suitcase and swim stuff in the front, bedding and a foldable foam mattress in the trunk, camping and activity stuff in the deep bottom trunk. I topped off the back with 3 camping chairs before we left. I made sure the backseat travelers had what they needed. I convoyed with my dad's car. My only request was to stop in Canmore to charge up the car. There is no cell service for the part of the drive to Radium, but we had walkie-talkies which came in handy for clear communication. Don't forget to bring along your favorite music to listen on your road trip. Always makes for a better drive. Freedom! There was a total of 14 of my family members on this trip. Charge stops. Don't worry, the computer in the car does all the hard math for you. It maps out on Google Maps where you need to stop, how long you need to charge for, battery status, mileage, and duration of your trip. The drive from Calgary, Alberta is absolutely stunning. I'm sure every stop along the way will be an enjoyable one where you can get in touch with nature. Dry Gulch Provincial Park is where I reserved our campsite for 3 nights. This is located 4 minutes south of the town of Radium Hot Springs. Only cost me $25 a night. There are flushable toilets at this park, but we didn't even use them. We also planned on showering and cleaning up at the hot springs. There was a very clean pit toilet very close to our site. Beautiful spot. Every site had a picnic table and a fire pit. Look, I started a campfire all by myself on the first try. Woohoo! I've been saving some dryer lint to use as fire starter. When we arrived at the Invermere supercharger, we had to stop by the Black Forest restaurant in Invermere. Luckily, it was within walking distance from the supercharger. I wanted to charge up before I tried camp mode. On our last trip to the area in September 2020, we dined in and we were amazed with the food and atmosphere of this restaurant. I created a driver profile called Camping to move the driver's seat up as far as possible. Setup only took a few minutes. We transferred all the back seat stuff up to the front seat, put the trunk mat on the ground, and let the camping chair set up. When your Tesla is in camp mode, it keeps your temperature to your comfort because you can run the AC or heat all night. There's also a hidden Cybertruck hidden in the trees on the screen. You will lose approximately 1% of battery per hour running in camp mode. Don't forget to lock your doors using your Tesla app on your phone or the key, which is actually a little car. I only used camp mode the first night and had to turn it off because I was too hot from my sleeping bag and the temperature outside. I flipped around so my head was in the trunk. There! Much more comfortable. Even with a kid and dog, the highlight I found was sleeping in this car was looking up at the stars through the trees where there was no light pollution. We even saw a shooting star. I didn't even use the eye masks. I thought the morning light would bother me, but it didn't. By the 3rd night, I had the setup dialed in and decided I would 100% camp in our car again. Even the cleanup to the site was so simple. Hey, Mr. Musk, if you're watching and you have an extra Cybertruck lying around and you need someone to test it out in Canada, I'd happily take one off your hands. Curious if 2 adults fit. The biggest reason my group picked this area for our family vacation was Radium Hot Springs. Another cool feature of our Tesla is that it has dog mode. Dog mode keeps the air conditioning or heat on in the car when you need to leave a furry friend. Radium Hot Springs has a hot pool, a cold dunk pool, and a warm pool with a diving board and slides. It's kind of neat to watch the mountain sheep up in the rocks while you enjoy the healing waters. Radium is a cute little mountain town. Be sure to slow your roll. Save the sheep. Sadly, the last few years have been a decrease of sheep population due to sheep vehicle incidents. This is where the Lido Motel is located. The other 12 people in my family stayed at the Lido Motel. Every single one of them said that they would stay there again. It was quiet, comfortable, and clean. We kept calling it Lido because if you lived in Edmonton, Alberta in the 1990s, you would remember Lido Chinese food. 426-5050. If you're hungry, call the Lido. Free delivery. This was sang many times on our trip. There are more things to do around Invermere BC, which is about a 10-minute drive south of Radium. It's also the only place in the area that has a Tim Hortons.
And the only place that has a Tim Hortons is Invermere.
Well, that was my other question, yeah.
It was nice just to walk around town to check out all the cool shops. We celebrated my birthday at the beautiful Kinsman Beach. We had takeout and cake. Check out the Arrowhead Brewery for some good old beer. It's very likable. Fairmont Hot Springs is another great place to check out in the area. My family and I stayed in the mountainside cabins in September 2020. Your hot springs pass is included if you stay on site. You can purchase a day pass if you're staying elsewhere for $20 per day. You can hike up the hill and feel the natural hot springs come out of the ground and stare at the amazing scenery surrounding you. There's so much to do and see around this area. You can go horseback riding, zip lining, go down a little further south to see Canal Flats, which looks absolutely beautiful, and Lussier Hot Springs. Be sure to bring your hiking boots for this one because you have to go up quite a hill. Well, thanks for watching, and I hope you stay tuned to watch my next Tesla video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks, bye.